TUTV, I'm Jono Rice.
And I'm Catherine Stenning. Welcome back to another show. As you can see, our outfits have finally changed a little bit. The weather has finally taken a cooler turn, hasn't it?
Has, definitely. Yeah, I walked out for my 9 a.m. today. I was not prepared. I was in short sleeves and shorts. Yeah, I had to run back in and change, definitely.
No, I was on the river yesterday morning, and it was very, very cold. We've actually come inside for the week because it's that cold. But actually, towards the end of the week, it's meant to be nice and sunny again, isn't it?
Definitely,
High
yes.
70s. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
Last little bit of summer, I guess.
Definitely, yeah. Nice little last taste for sure, yeah. Oh, I've been enjoying that for sure.
Yeah,
I miss it already.
It's
honestly.
strange, like it being so late in October.
Definitely.
Because back home it's rainy and cold, and when it gets in this weather, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm used to this sort of stuff. I don't really know how to dress for the high heat. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, you have to pull out the weird combo of like the long sleeve and the shorts on occasion, which doesn't look practical, but you know, makes some good outfits, I must say.
It definitely does. Definitely. I do like trying to figure out how to dress in this ever-changing Oklahoman weather. But that's all we have time for right now. Enjoy the rest of the show.
See ya.
Hello, I'm Joe McCurdy. Welcome to TUTV.
I'm Aiden Whitaker. Let's get into it. In an article released by the New York Times, a small study performed in Baltimore, Maryland, shows reflections of Americans' decreased concerns over the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on the community's health. More than a month after the newest shots were rolled out, only about 5% of Baltimore residents have received one, a figure that reflects the slowest uptake nationally. In a city with concerning health disparities, local officials see a reason to be worried. In an interview with Rebecca Deneen, the Assistant Commissioner for Maternal and Children's Health in Baltimore, said in an interview that, quote, "The fact that we've been getting COVID so often is making it uninteresting to people," end quote. The city's COVID-19 vaccine coordinator in reply to the city's concern of lack of booster shots. If you or a loved one is seeking a booster shot, please note that a second booster has been approved for individuals aged 50 years and older and immunocompromised individuals aged 12 years and older.
At around 11 a.m. on Friday morning, two young climate protesters entered a room in the National Gallery in London containing one of Vincent van Gogh's most famous paintings, Sunflowers. The duo opened 2 cans of Heinz tomato soup, flung them on the painting, then glued their hands to the wall immediately after. The climate activists said in their statement that, quote, "What is worth more, art or life? Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet?" End quote. Activist group Just Stop Oil, which aims to stop UK oil and gas projects, said the protesters were members. A particular video uploaded on YouTube featuring the two climate protesters has been viewed over 13.3 million times in less than a week of the event occurring. The climate issue has made it back into headlines once again.
In an announcement shared on Friday by state officials, for the first time in history, the Alaskan snow crab harvest has been canceled. According to a CNN article, the cause for canceling the harvest is due to billions of snow crabs migrating out of the Bering Sea. According to Benjamin Daly, a researcher with the Alaskan Department of Fish and Game, snow crabs are, quote, "by far the most abundant of all Bering Sea crab species that is caught commercially," end quote. Daly continues to say that overfishing is not the cause of the large mobilization of snow crabs, but it could potentially be a consequence of global warming.
The first mission for SpaceX's newest Dragon Crew capsule could have, quote, "hardly have gone more smoothly," end quote, according to SpaceX Director of Dragon's Mission Management, Sarah Walker. The spacecraft, named Freedom, and its 4 crew members landed safely back on Earth on October 6th after being sent off 5.5 months ago. The Space Flyers' journey back to Earth Friday was notable as well, and not just for its smoothness. Freedom splashed down less than 5 hours after undocking from the International Space Station. Walker continued to say at the press conference that this was actually the fastest return we've done on a crew mission, on any mission to date.
This past week, Harvard University released a study that shows how pain neurons protect the gut from damage. The research reveals that pain neurons in a mouse's gut regulate the presence of protective mucus under normal conditions and stimulate cells to release more mucus during states of inflammation. The gel-like mucus acts as a protective coating that can shield other organs from potential damage that occurs after the initial damage. In a press conference, the senior investigator of the study, Isaac Chu, said in a statement that, quote, in people with inflammation of the gut, one of the major symptoms is pain. So you might think that we'd want to treat and block the pain to alleviate suffering, but some part of this pain signal could be directly protective as a neural reflex, which raises important questions about how carefully manage pain in a way that does not lead to other harms.
All right, I think we're going to go back to the whole Vincent van Gogh tomato painting, because honestly, I find that ridiculous. Like, Vincent van Gogh painted several hundred years ago. I mean, it's not his fault he was using oil paintings. And it goes to the fact, like, why Vincent van Gogh?
Yeah, like out of all paintings, why him? Like, did he?
And it was like there was no really point because there was glass to protect the painting and there was no damage done to it. I mean, I guess they got their message across. They did have plenty of views for it, but it's just
it's like did he have an economic, like, did he do something that, you know?
No, he grew up incredibly poor. You know, he wasn't respected until after his time, and it's just his paintings were his only form of revenue when he was alive. So it just brings up a lot of questions, and it's rather skeptical.
Like, it got the word out there, but I don't think the message was really seen very
well. Not at all.
But
well, that's it from us. Have a great day.
Stay warm.
Hey y'all, it's me, Jono again, and today I am here with Asa Scott, Vice President of SA. So, hey Asa, how are you doing?
I'm not bad, Jono. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good myself, definitely. All right, so let's jump right into it. I kind of, want to see what you're about, what you do on campus, and people want to know as well. So if you could, show us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So my name's Asa. I'm a senior here studying political science and chemistry. I'm a pre-law student. I'm Vice President of the student body, which, I'm sure some people see what Student Association does, but really my role is about presiding over the Student Senate. So we're the body that does the maintaining, chartering, and funding of all student organizations. We're the representative body for student voices as well. So, we try and, hear students, find student concerns, and make sure we relay those, both the university administration and, throughout the city of Tulsa as well. Sometimes we've done initiatives with, the mayor's office and the city of Tulsa as well. So.
That's great.
A little bit about me.
Nice. All right, so you mentioned that you kind of oversee a bit of the funding process with SA. So, I had a few friends of mine, a little curious about how that process works and, things along the lines of OSPs and them being distributed. So, did you have any input on that?
Yeah, no, thank you for that question. I'm glad you asked. So, I'm actually very proud of the work that Student Association has done this year. The funding process the last couple of years has struggled from a few things. I think the OSP process previously was previously the main funding mechanism that Student Association did for student organizations, and it required all student organizations to plan out their entire semester of events, right off the bat, and it didn't give a lot of flexibility if organizations had new stuff come up in the middle of the semester, or maybe they couldn't any longer plan at events. It didn't really give them a lot of options to change stuff around. So we kind of investigated and made changes to a new system to where now we can fund these organizations with far more flexibility. So what we've been seeking to do this year and what we've so far had a lot of success in is having this flexible option for rolling funding for student organizations, where now organizations can submit a funding request for an event, even just 3, maybe 4 weeks in advance of the event, and we can turn around a very quick funding decision for them, no need to come to those late, funding meetings that you have a Tuesday, Wednesday night previously. Yeah. It could go as late as 11, sometimes midnight.
It's true.
We don't have school night as well. No one needs that, right?
Yeah.
Instead, we have very nimble subcommittees that are able to hear these requests, get students their funding very quickly and swiftly, and allow these events to occur very easily.
All right. Okay, so another question that people had, they were wondering what the criteria was to receive an OSP for the organization. I was just wondering if you could walk us through that a little bit.
Yes, so the OSP is now an option, not a requirement for student organizations. So if an organization wants to plan all of its events right off the bat in the beginning of the semester and then get all their funding immediately, they're welcome to. The only thing that the organization needs to submit this OSP is to have a charter. So they just need to go through our student organization committee, kind of tell us a little bit about what they're seeking to bring to campus, and then they come to our Senate body, and we usually approve their charter, and then they are an established student organization based in our guidelines, and then we can fund them to the full extent that we are able to. And most organizations have gone through this process long ago, and the only thing they need to do each semester is making sure that they're just updating their contact information with us, so that we maintain their charter right. But it's a relatively simple process just to be eligible to submit that OSP. The thing that makes it cool that's an option is that now you don't have to plan all those things out at the beginning of the semester, but you're still welcome to if that works well for your organization.
Nice, that's so cool, nice. All
Thanks.
right. So another question was, people were wanting to know how to get involved in SA, especially some of our freshmen at TUTV. I was wondering if you could once again walk us through that process.
Well, I'm happy to assist with that. First off, do it. It's really fun. It is a great way to make a great impact on campus, to be receptive to student voices, to just be connected with campus ongoings and make this university even better. But what I would recommend to get involved, first off, when in doubt, feel free to send an email to some student organization or student association leaders. Send me an email. I'm happy to get you connected. Probably the easier way to go about it is to go onto the Student Association Hub. On the hub, there is several places where you can apply or express interest. We're always taking applications for our volunteer team. We're also regularly each semester doing elections for Senate, applications for cabinet, and for our judicial bodies. So I think filling out any of those contact information forms or letting the current leadership know of your interest is a great way to get involved. We usually try and slot interested students into some position as soon as we can.
Cool.
Which can take, be as soon as, a week or two to, maybe several weeks, but, always looking for opportunities to get students more involved.
That's nice, that's great. All right, Asa, thank you so much for coming here today. Also, Asa's running for Homecoming King, so be on the lookout for that. And thank you all so much for watching our interview for today.
Thank you for that shout out.
Thank you, of course, anytime.
Take care.
Sports. Hello, I'm John McCurdy. Welcome to TUTV.
And I'm David Stump. We have some awesome stories for you, so let's jump right in.
Tulsa men's soccer faced off against Memphis at home this Saturday as they look to bounce back from their 2-1 loss versus USF. Junior midfielder Sergio Baena got things going for the Golden Hurricanes, scoring Tulsa's first goal in the 37th minute. Senior defender Mariano Fazio was next to find net in the 55th minute of the second half, putting the Golden Hurricane up 2-0. Alvaro Torrios was the final member of the Golden Hurricane to score, finding the net in the 61st minute, securing a 3-0 victory for Tulsa. Tulsa now improves to 7-2-2 as they look to close out the last 3 games of the season before the AAC tournament.
Tulsa women's soccer fell to the UCF Golden Knights in a 3-2 match on Sunday. Tulsa started off strong with Madison Tokarczyk scoring within the first 6 minutes of the match. It wasn't enough as UCF proceeded to score the next 2 goals in the 23rd and 28th minute, going into the half with a 2-1 lead. Isolde Runnersdottir evened the score in the 52nd minute with a score of 2-2. That wasn't enough, unfortunately, as UCF scored the winning goal in the 60th minute to win the match 3-2. Tulsa drops to 7-5-3 on the season with only 2 games left before getting ready for the AAC tournament.
Tulsa women's volleyball extended their losing streak to 4, dropping yet another match this week, losing in devastating fashion to Wichita State. In the match versus Wichita State, it was shaping up to be an easy 3-0 sweep for the Golden Hurricane, winning the first two sets 25-20 and 25-22. But after failing to close out the following two sets, losing 15-25 and 18-25, Wichita had taken all the momentum and was able to close out the reverse sweep as they won the fifth set 15-12. Junior setter Avery Kalsu made Tulsa history as she surpassed 1,000 career sets with a season total of 354 thus far. Tulsa now drops to 9-9 overall and 2-4 in AAC play as they continue their road trip and try to come home with a win.
Tulsa men's tennis got underway as 2 doubles teams and 2 solo athletes advanced to the main draw doubles quarterfinals and singles round of 16 during the ITA Men's Central Regional Championships in Fayetteville. Duo Adam Gaber and Ezekiel Santala advanced to the quarterfinal after an 8-6 victory over a Nebraska duo alongside an 8-4 victory over a Drake duo. The two will be joined by Connor DeMarco and Timothy Carlson Sager, who also reached the quarterfinal after defeating duos from ORU and Nebraska.
Tulsa women's golf claimed the Dale McNamara Invitational Championship, beating Nebraska by 1 stroke to claim the victory. The Hurricane counted 3 scores of 73 and 1 under par 71 in the final round for the team score. Sophomore Lavisa Gunner, freshman Grace Kilcrease, and senior Lily Thomas placed among the top 10 for the tournament. Finishing with a total score of 868, Tulsa barely edged out Nebraska after their comeback attempt, reaching a final total score of 869. Sophomore Lavisa Gunner finished top 2 in an individual performance, hitting for a score total of 214 on the weekend. So, coming up this Friday, on top of all the sports that we've already covered, Tulsa football is back. They've had a bye week. They are currently 2-4, but now they look to bounce back from their loss to Navy, and they now play Temple at Temple this coming Friday.
Yeah, it'll be an exciting game. I definitely hope we win this one and kind of get back on track with our winning streak and have a good trend going into homecoming.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
we'll play homecoming against SMU. Time is unknown yet, but it will be the following Saturday. So that's it from us.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
Hope to see y'all at homecoming. Hello and welcome back to TUTV Entertainment. I'm David Stump.
And I'm Aiden Whitaker. Let's get into it.
Hallowqueens is back this Thursday. Hallowqueens is an annual Halloween-themed drag show thrown by the Student Association. The show includes performances by local Tulsa drag queens and a costume contest with prizes. Entry is free, but don't forget to bring small bills to tip the queens. The event will be held in Great Hall A of the Allen Chapman Student Union. The event starts at 8:30 p.m.
Ezra Miller has pleaded not guilty to felony burglary charges and faces 26 years if convicted. The Flash star appeared virtually before the Vermont Superior Court early Monday morning. In an early August release by the Vermont State Police, the cops said, quote, as a result of an investigation that included surveillance videos and statements, probable cause was found to charge Ezra M. Miller with the offense of felony burglary into an unoccupied dwelling, end quote. Miller claimed to be in the house looking for ingredients for a receipt for her mother, and was also hit with a misdemeanor charge of petty larceny over 3 stolen bottles of booze. This trial follows a string of arrests for Miller, who has been arrested in Vermont, Germany, Iceland, and Hawaii.
The Gilcrease Junior Board is holding an open call for artists to submit work for an exhibition this fall. The theme of the exhibition is dreams. TU students, faculty, and staff are asked to interpret this theme through photographs, paintings, sculptures, poetry, and music. Themes for the artwork can include, but are not limited to, literal dreams or nightmares, ambitions, or future aspirations, and an overall dreamlike aesthetic. Works will be evaluated by the Gilcrease Junior Board and a representative of the Gilcrease Museum. Selected works will be part of the exhibition, and 3 works will be awarded prizes for Best in Show. You can submit up to 3 entries by October 28th by emailing photos of your work to gilcreasejuniorboard@gmail.com with a description of what the theme of dreams means to you and how you communicate it through your entry.
Discovery Plus has announced a 3-part docuseries on the making of the Fox's wildly popular musical TV dramedy, Glee. The series will feature Glee's original cast and crew who will share their experiences working on the show. Fans are eager to hear the truth behind the production, as the lead actress Lee Michelle has been accused of bullying, racism, and mistreatment of the crew's members. Michelle's co-star Chris Colfer said in an interview with Sirius XM Radio that he would not be seeing her in her new role as Fancy Bryce in the Funny Girl revival. Colfer said, quote, "I can be triggered at home." Fans are anxiously awaiting the behind-the-scenes testimonies of Michelle's other co-stars.
Awesome. So what was your opinion on the arrest of Ezra Miller, especially after these like repeated offenses that they've been accused and convicted of?
They're the part of the Flash, couldn't outrun those felonies, so, kind of sad.
Yeah.
But in regards to the Gilcrease thing, I would submit an entry, but mine would be probably stick figures, so it probably wouldn't be that good. What about you?
I really enjoy painting in my free time. Okay. I kind of use it as like free therapy.
So do you think you're going to submit something?
Maybe. I'd have to think about it. It's a lot of work, and I already have some extra midterms coming up, so probably not, but y'all definitely should. It's such a great opportunity for the Gilcrease Museum. So yeah.
All right.
That's all the time we have for y'all today. We'll see you next week.
Stay warm.
Hi guys, welcome back. So I wanted to discuss all the amazing events that are coming up in Tulsa in the next couple weeks. Initially, Oktoberfest.
Oh yes.
Are you excited?
I am pretty excited. Yes, I recently turned 21, so this will be my first Oktoberfest while I'm going. So I'm very excited to, just absorb all the magic that this event has that people have hyped up. So yeah, looking forward to it definitely.
I went for the first time last year, and I just remember being completely mind blown at just this scale of everything. Wow. And also I remember I had it was a savory strudel. I think it was like a cheese strudel. Ooh. One of the best things I've ever had. Okay. So yummy. So I'm very much excited just to go for the strudel, to be honest. But no, I definitely think it's something everybody should experience. But yeah, I'm very excited. When are you planning on going?
Oh, I guess this Saturday is the big day everyone's going. Yeah. I am a bit anxious about the pennies being thrown in the cups though.
I have a story for you.
Oh, please.
Oh God, it's awful.
Okay. Yes.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Okay.
I swallowed a penny last year.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez, I wasn't ready.
There was a reaction to that out there, wasn't there? Yeah, I swallowed a penny last year. I won't go into any more detail than that, but just be careful, guys.
Yeah, watch out.
Yeah, moving on from that quickly, we've also got Homecoming, haven't we?
Yes, we do, and we have the Plain White Tees. They're coming. Yes, I am super excited. They're country, correct?
They got Hey There, Delilah.
Okay.
So honestly, Jono, it's the only song I know of theirs, but it's definitely their most famous one, and I'm very excited to hear it. Nice. But I'm excited for the game and the bonfire too.
Oh yes, the big bonfire. No, it's you have to see it to believe it. It's once again another magical moment to you, and Tulsa provides us definitely. Yeah.
It's strange to me that they choose to demolish the flower bed every single year and then build the bonfire and then just replant the flower bed. But I mean, it's a really good spot for it. Very picturesque in front of the library, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. No, it's great moment for pictures on Instagram, of course.
Oh no, for sure. And hopefully it'll be the nice fall weather again, and we can enjoy that. So we started with the weather, and we're going to end with the weather. That's all we have time for this week. Thanks for watching, guys.
See y'all.